Why was the Plane of Knowledge made? And what do a legendary order of monks have to do with it?
During the Combine Empire centuries ago, a lone bard named Zanfai roamed Norath. He was a master of combat, equally skilled with swords, bows, maces, and any other weapon you could name. Zanfai was also talented with magic. He held a special interest in weaving magic into his songs. Yet, Zanfai was not satisfied with mastering the martial techniques of others. He began taking bits and pieces of other styles, assimilating them over the years to form his own style of combat. He abandoned heavy armor, instead training his body to withstand any degree of punishment. He rejected most weapons, believing them to be unreliable. Instead, he trained his fists to be as durable and deadly as the strongest steel. But Zanfai felt something was missing. After much meditation, Zanfai found the answer. He applied his skills with bardic songs to his very fists, enchanting them with melodies of swiftness and power. In that moment, Zanfai created the Whistling Fist style. Those who saw it in practice were filled with awe. Word quickly spread, and adventurers far and wide came to him seeking training. But Zanfai was quite selective. The few he found worthy became the founding members of the Whistling Fists clan, the first order of fighting monks on Norath. To teach in privacy, Zanfai found a small island to make the home of the Whistling Fists clan. It was called the Island of Mara. Mara was never discovered in EverQuest 1. But after hundreds of years, and after the cataclysm that ripped apart Norath in EverQuest 2, the island of Mara was rediscovered once again. There are also whispers of another hidden city elsewhere on Mara. The story of Zanfai and the Whistling Fists clan is heavily intertwined with the monk epic of EverQuest 1 and the creation of the Swifttail clan of Ixar monks in Kunark. But that is a story already told well by Reptox. Link in comments and description below.
The Tananites were an order of people who had left the teachings of their native gods, such as Tanar, Inaruk, Ralozek, and others. They abandoned their gods in the pursuit of knowledge. In so, they found the new deity, Zabuxaruk, the only mortal to ever uncover the secrets of the divines and ascend to godhood on his own. The Tananites also built a home on the Isle of Mara like the Whistling Fist clan, but with the goal of acquiring knowledge. Their home was called the City of Tanaan. If you've played EverQuest 1, you've been in the city of New Tanaan. It's called the Plane of Knowledge. The Tananites were the first to open portals to divine planes. Their goal was to find and free their god, Zabuxaruk, who was being kept prisoner so that he would not share the secrets he knew. The gods feared Zabuxaruk could upset the balance between the creators and the created, destroying all that existed. But nevertheless, the Tananites recruited adventurers to raid the planes. It all culminated in the Plane of Time, the prison of Zabuxaruk. As the mortals raid through the Plane of Time, they defeat the strongest of gods and eventually reach Quarm, a four-headed dragon who is the last guardian imprisoning Zabuxaruk. Quarm falls, and the mortals free Zabuxaruk from his cell. But at the last second, the goddess of magic, Druzzle Rowe, arrives to intervene. She rewinds time to before the invasion. The world of EverQuest 1 continues on as if nothing happened, but not so with EverQuest 2. Druzzle Rowe's intervention created a split in the timeline. The gods so angered by the invasion of their planes and killing of their avatars that they decided to leave Norath completely. Norath became unstable, and great earthquakes ripped apart the continents, making the land masses unrecognizable. Many ancestral homes were destroyed, and races were displaced. Access to the moon of Luckland was lost and centuries later ripped apart. Around 500 years after the invasion of the Plane of Time and the refiguring of Norath, the mortals start to rediscover what was lost. One was the Isle of Mara, the isle containing the lost Whistling Fist clan, and the lost city, Tanaan.
As you explore through the island of Mara, you find the original city of Tainin. The exterior is submerged under a lake, and inside is even worse. It's in ruins, and all of its inhabitants are dead, except for a few hostile snake women. So what happened here? The Taininites crossed a line. Zabuxruk had a prophetic vision that shook him to the core, so much so that he sealed this knowledge away and forbade the Taininites from trying to find it. But the Taininites couldn't resist. In their search for this forbidden knowledge, they opened up a portal to a city just like theirs, but in a different dimension. Nizari, the home of the Naiad snake women. At first, the Naiad appeared friendly. Information was shared, and everything appeared copacetic. But it was a ploy. Once the Naiad had a solid portal connected to Tainin, they came in, invaded, and killed everyone within. The Taininite lust for knowledge was their ultimate downfall. You help the Whistling Fist clan discover what happened on their island, and through your service, you're introduced to an old man on the very top level of their tower called Zen Mei. He seems wise, but something is off. He can't remember anything that happened before being found laying on the beach decades ago. But he has this cryptic vision. He sees you walking through a portal, prepared for battle. You break into the city of Naiad and find a totem that can open that very portal. Upon entering, you find a turtle dragon beast, Cheldrak. You defeat him, and it's anticlimactic. It doesn't seem like anything happens. You go back and report the news to Zen Mei, but he's not the same. His memory has returned. He tells you that years ago, he hid part of his essence. Cheldrak was tasked to guard it until the time was right. His real name is not Zen Mei. It's Zabuxruk. With his knowledge returned, Zabuxruk reveals the forbidden prophecy. After 500 years away, the gods are coming back to Norath. Zabuxruk recognizes his mistakes, and he intends to right those wrongs. And this is what we see in the third expansion of EverQuest 2, with the rediscovery of Fadewar. Tunair is a big comeback.